welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the new Bretman Rock X Wet n Wild collection. There's a palette, a setting spray, a highlighter, some brushes, and some glasses. So if you're excited and you want to see how I achieve this look along with some other ones, please keep watching. Okay, this collection includes a eyeshadow palette. It comes with a beautiful sleeve, and the sleeve on the back you get the colors and then you get the description of them. And then for the palette, this is what it looks like. Mine is just a little dirty because I've been playing with it, but this is what the palette looks like. It has 15 shades and they come in satin, matte, metallic, and shimmer finish. I have to be honest, this one right here, to me, it's more of a sequin type of finish, only because it has a little bit of glitter. But other than that, the mattes are really nice. The shimmers are very, they are a little powdery, but nothing to be alarmed. And then the metallics are very, very creamy. So usually Wet n Wild has always had really nice formula when it comes down to eyeshadow. Me personally is one of my favorites. This collection also includes 3 brushes, and this is what they look like. They have a beautiful packaging. This is what the brushes look like. The handles are, they start like in a pinkish and then they end up in a gold. They're very soft. They feel like a really nice quality. There's a placement brush, which is this one. There's also a blending brush, and there is a highlighting brush. This one is more of a loose type of highlighting brush. It's not super packed or super dense, but it is very soft, and the color, they just look so pretty. Okay, the collection also includes a highlighter. This highlighter is very pretty. It has 2 colors. One is more on the pink side and the other one it's more of a gold. But I find super cute how he put the initials on the shifters of the highlighter. It also includes a 3-in-1, and it's a setting spray. So as you can see right now, it's been sitting. So all the shimmer is on the bottom. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. And then 3, 2. And then you have this beautiful shimmer swimming all around it. I think it's so pretty. And then last but not least, the collection includes 3 glosses. I only picked up 2 of the glosses only because the other color wasn't something that I was very drawn to. I have Ferocity and Fearless. Those are the 2 colors that I was very intrigued. Other than that, the collection also includes a pouch and a mascara, but I believe that those are exclusive to the Wet n Wild website. I picked up everything from my local Ulta, and remember that since it's Wet n Wild, you are able to use I think a coupon. Like they send you, if you are a member of the rewards program, they tend to send like coupons for like $3.50 off or something like that. I never pay full price, especially when it comes down to like drugstore and stuff like that. You can always find deals. You can always use coupons or whatever. I'm gonna leave you with 4 different looks that I created using the palette. I play with mostly all the colors. Some of them are inspired by the campaign. Just I made them a little different. Some other ones are pretty similar to the pictures that the Wet n Wild website has for the palette, but yeah. So, and then at the end I'll show you the final look that I'll be wearing today. So we're gonna start by priming the eyes. On one side I'm gonna use Soft Ochre from MAC, and I'm just gonna apply it with a fluffy brush. For the other eye, I'm going to be using my ColourPop concealer. And the same thing, I'm just going to blend that out with a fluffy brush and making sure that everything is nice and smooth. I'm going to start with the color Coconut, and that I'm just going to apply all over the lid on both sides. Then I'm going to apply the color Ape Shit, and I'm going to apply that all over the crease. I'm going to use this at more of a transition shade. Then I'm going to go with the color Alpha, and I'm going to apply that to the outer corner, kind of blended it into the crease just to give it a more smoky effect. I like to do this especially when I'm trying to achieve that cat eye effect. Then I'm going to go with the color Big Peacock Energy, and that's going to be my lid shade. This is a beautiful, beautiful kind of greenish, darkish color. It's very, very pretty. Then with the color Proud, I'm just gonna highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. Going back with the color Ape Shit, I'm just gonna apply that to the lower lash line. Here I'm just gonna go and do a small wing. I would normally apply lashes, but for the sake of the video, I'm not gonna do it. And this is the first look. As you can see, a very smoky eye, very nighttime. For the second look, we're starting with the same base, one side eye primer and the other side the concealer, and then we're gonna set everything with that coconut shade. Starting with the color Pounce on them, I'm gonna start putting that all over the crease and start blending it in. This would be my transition shade, and with this shade I was actually notice the difference between the eye primer and the concealer. Going with the color Two Can Play the Game, this is a beautiful red shade, and I'm just gonna apply that all over my lid. Going with the color King of the Jungle, I'm just going to create an eyeline. Here I decided to apply a little bit of a Fix Plus just to make sure that the shade was a little bit smoother when applying it. You definitely don't need to do that. I just did it just to make sure that I was able to control it a little bit more. And this look was inspired by one of the pictures of the campaign. have most of my face on. For primer, I use the Photo Focus Primer Serum. For foundation, I use the Photo Focus Foundation in the dewy one. For concealer, I use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, but the hydrating version as well. For contour, I use my Pixie by Petra. This is a multi-balm stick, and it comes in a lot of different colors and a lot of different finishes. It doesn't say it's a contour stick, but I use it as a contour stick. For blush, I like to do a cream and then set it with the powder. So for the cream, I use a ColourPop a stick blush. To set the concealer, I use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. I do have to say that with this powder, you just have to be careful. I noticed that with most of my concealers, it tends to darken the color. Not by a lot, but it is very noticeable, so just to keep in mind. And then to set the rest of my face, I use the Wet n Wild pressed powder. This one is really nice because it has kind of like a sheen to it. When you apply it doesn't have glitter or anything, but it does have a beautiful sheen on the skin. It makes it look more healthier. For powder brush, I use a color the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. This one is in Queensland. Mine is like falling apart, but I like the color so much and I don't want to get rid of it. Shiny bronzer, I use my Revlon Skin Lights. This one is so pretty. I did a first impression with it, but I haven't stopped using it. Eyebrows, I just used the LA Girl Shady Slim brow pencil. What I used on my face so far. So for the look for today, we're gonna start with this color on the Marc Cosmetics brush. I got this one from Box Charm. We're gonna start with the color. What do we want to do today? We're gonna start with the color Ape Shade. And then I'm gonna use the blending brush. And then I'm gonna apply this to my outer corner. And then work its way. I do have to say, for some reason, this eyeshadows are a little bit more powdery than the regular shadows. As you can see, they're very pigmented and they blend very, very easy. If I have to say something that I think I'm missing in this palette, would be a matte yellow. That's the only thing. You do get the color King of the Jungle, which is like a yellow gold, but it is a shimmer. I think that like if I could pick, I think I would have replaced Don't Be a Lion for a matte yellow, just in my opinion. I think I mean, all the colors are beautiful, you know, but I think if I could make a change, that would be the only thing, because other than that, like, you could pretty much create anything you want with this palette. It has a lot of colors and they're very vibrant. I was very, very surprised by the pink and the purple, because in the pan they look like, you know, just a pink and a purple, but when you apply to the eyes, well, at least when I was doing it last night, I did notice that they have more of a neon kind of like, you know, color, and I really, really enjoy the way they look. So those are two that I'm very, very excited about, and I want to continue to play with them. So for my lid, I'm going to be using this color called Liar and a Cheater. We all had, well, it's called Liar and a Cheetah. We all had our fair share of those. And this one, I'm just gonna pack it on. This shimmer shadows are so pretty, and They do have fallout in the pan, but when you apply to the eye, I noticed that there wasn't like a ton. As long as you tap your brush before you apply it to the eye, I think you should be fine. And this color is so pretty. It's kind of a pink, but it's kind of like the pink of the brush, a little. But it looks so pretty. And actually, this brush is perfect for that. As you can see, the colors are very pretty. They're very pigmented. Like I said, you do have a little bit of fallout in the palette, but for $14.99, I'm okay with that. I want to apply a little bit of this color right here. This one is Prowl. And then I'm just gonna apply that to the center of my eye. Apply a little bit more of this one in my inner corner, just to make sure that we don't lose this color. I'm gonna go back with that little crease brush, apply a little bit of that ape shape color. All these names are so funny, but they're so him. I'm gonna apply a little bit of this King of the Jungle color with my finger, then just gonna pat it in the middle, just a little bit, just to add a tiny bit more dimension to the eye. I think we're gonna leave it at that. This is what the eyes look like. I'm gonna apply eyeliner, lashes, and then we'll come back. For my eyeliner, I apply the LA Girl fine line, and then for my waterline, I used my NYX jumbo pencil in the color Ice Mocha. So that's done. So this is what the eyes look like. I don't want to do a very heavy lash because I want the eyeshadow to show through. For blush, powder blush, I'm going to use a Wet n Wild. This is the color Nudist Society. And I like these because it's a very pretty nude. It's just, it has a little bit of sheen, but it's nothing that it's going to take away from your shadow or anything. It's also very pretty for everyday. The next thing in the collection is obviously the highlight. So I'm going to apply the rose color to one side, and I'm going to apply the gold to the other, and I'm going to be using the brush, the highlighting brush. I was just going to say the brush that comes with it, but it doesn't come with it. You have to purchase it. Hold on. Let me see. This highlighter is more on the chunky side. There you go. Okay. I don't know if you could see it, but the chunks are a little bit bigger than they almost look like actual glitter. Little bit of this. Let's see it. But it is, I mean, it is pretty. And I mean, if you like that, but like for the everyday person, obviously, like if we start by the color, well, it is very chunky. And it's so strange because the one on the other side, like the more gold color, it's more similar to the normal Wet n Wild formula. As you can see, this one, it's more like a powder. But I really like this color. I had tried the gold color, but I hadn't tried the pink. So this one is so pretty. It is a gold color. It has a little bit of it's a little more icy. It's gold, but it's more icy. But it gives you that effect, like on the camera, it gives you that effect of like a wet look to your skin. This brush is very pretty, but To be honest, I'm not one to apply my highlighter with this. I normally tend to like little brushes, like a little bit more chunky, only because I feel like they blend a little bit better. That's just personal preference. The gold color doesn't accentuate your texture. The other one, it does a little bit, but I believe it's due to that since the pigment is a little more chunky, it's a lot more obvious. I don't think I'm gonna be using a lot the pink side. I think for me, I could use that as a pigment for my eyes, or maybe if you mix them together. Let's try it. So like on this side, I apply the gold as a base, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this pink, and if you only just apply this to the very tips of your highlight. Yeah, no. No, for me, I'm more of a lioness. I'm not more of a tigress. For the lips, there's the two glosses. This one has more of a pinkish, purplish, goldish glitter. The other one, it's more of a gold. It's just gold. Velocity. So this is what they look like. As you can see, they're very, very pretty. And I like these glosses because they're not sticky at all. They have like this like kind of like a gel consistency, and they feel very, very comfortable on the lips. Okay, so this is what Fearless looks like in the lips. And as you can see, it doesn't make that weird thing on the side like with some lipsticks. I don't know, like with some lip gloss, as soon as you start talking, you start seeing like this kind of like residue on the sides. And I don't think these do that. I do feel a little bit of a tingle, but I don't know if it's just me or they're supposed to. But they're so pretty. Okay, so we start with the lipstick. This color is awesome. And now we're gonna go with the color Curiosity. And like I said, this is more of like a true, I don't want to get it. I'm gonna use a brush only because I don't want to get the color on it. They're both very, very pretty, but in my opinion, well, the one I prefer is this one. Only because I tend to go for more nude, just in general. And everything performs really, really good. The only thing I had was the pink, the tigress on the highlighter, but other than that, the palette is an awesome deal. Like I said, never buy a full price. Always, even on the Wet n Wild website, they always have promos or, you know, offers going on where like if you buy something, you get something for free, or you get 40% off, 30% off. I don't know if this is gonna be available everywhere, but if you are able to get your hands on it, it's a really, really good deal. The palette, it's beautiful. Like I said, the only thing I would change is if I could get a matte yellow. That would be the only thing. Other than that, like the shadows perform very nice. Everything blended really, really, really easy, pretty. And I'm about to finish this video and I forgot to do the setting spray. Okay, so let's try this. You do have to shake it really, really good. If you like the scent of the butter bronzers from Physicians Formula, this smells just like it. I don't know as far as like if it prolongs. It's supposed to prolong the wear of your makeup, but this is my second time using it, so I wouldn't be able to tell you for sure, but it does smell really nice. And if you apply a very matte foundation or a very matte base, this is really good to make your skin look like skin again. And as you can see, it looks very dewy. If you don't like dewy finishes, or if you are oily with this, you could still use it. I would just kind of like cover like the parts of your face where you get the oiliest and then spray it, because it does give you a beautiful finish. Like on the perimeters of your face, it makes everything look nice and dewy. This is what the makeup looks like. Like I said, I love everything. I love it. If you like this video, if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.